So, today I want to talk about something very near and dear to my heart, and that is finding the joy in creating outside of capitalism. Now, my first thought is there's really no way we can do anything outside of capitalism. If you're watching this video right now, you're participating in capitalism by supporting YouTube, by supporting content creation, by supporting the money made by advertisers, by everything you're seeing outside of this screen right now. Because I don't have an advertiser, but yeah, I'm advertising on behalf of using YouTube alone right now. And I'm also advertising this paintbrush that I got from Home Depot because whatever. There's no way you can really create outside of capitalism per se, but finding joy in your own creations is something that I am starting to experience this year for the first time instead of constantly looking at numbers, constantly looking at the results. And I was talking about this with my mom the other day, and that I am someone that has been used to the K-12 and higher education practice of doing work and then immediately getting results given back to you in the form of a letter grade or like a number or percentage score, you know? And now that I'm an adult, I have a bunch of different ways that I get graded or, not graded per se, but I'm so used to being graded that I am waiting for the other shoe to drop and test results to come in for pass fail. And I feel like I'm constantly failing every day if I'm looking at my work in a way that is I don't have this many followers yet, or I don't have a literary agent yet, or da 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 da. I want to find joy in the act of creating on its own because it brings me joy. I don't want to just be someone that makes the things that I'm creating a job because I find myself not really enjoying things I do for money for very long, at least, you know? And I want to make sure that, when I'm on this channel, I'm promoting and motivating you to find your own joy in whatever you're working on because I am an aspiring author and I am doing a lot of stuff right now to keep my success or like work up to actually being paid for my writing right now. And even this is an act of me doing audience engagement and, to break the fourth wall in some ways. I do eventually want to, make money off of this at some point. But I also know that in the long term, that's not what's going to really bring me the joy. The money isn't going to bring me the joy in creating. Creating should bring me the joy, you know? And I know this is something that, I don't know, it's not obvious per se because I think we're so used to only seeing like success look like money and like success look like how many followers and how many likes you get on a certain thing, especially in the age of techno feudalism where like likes and like how many followers you have really does matter in the end of the day, and like how much money you have, like I don't know, that's a thing, but like how many followers you have online, it matters in public opinion, you know? Like we've always worked in like groupthink in a lot of different ways, and we've always supported things that have, community buy-in a lot of the times, you know? This is why we have outcasts. This is why we have people who are supposedly loners, is because in some way, shape, or form, they're not meeting what the masses need in order to be successful in community, whatever, you know? And I think this is, a struggle that I'm personally having right now because as I am starting up my social media accounts and like doing social media stuff, I feel like I look like an alien because I don't have many followers on anything. And it's making it harder it's like, it's a hard hill to jump over right now, is this lonely feeling that I'm having as I'm doing this social media stuff. And what helps me are people that comment and the people that like and the people that actually engage with the content to make it sure that I'm actually being viewed by humans, and like that my work actually does matter to humans outside of me. Eventually, it already does. It already matters outside of me for the most part in my head. Like I know that I'm touching someone at some point whenever I post these things. But I do want to find joy in creating outside of capitalism. And I am finding joy in creating outside of capitalism. And I find that outside of capitalism, there's this community aspect that I do want to lean into, and something that I've been wanting to lean into for most of my adult life, because I feel like I've lacked a lot of community outside of school. And I don't know what like community looks like outside of school and outside of a profession to me. People get together all the time at work and like have all these work events going on, and then family get together, and like that's not even a community, that's family, you know? And then there is school. Like school is the most community I've had my entire life, K-12 and higher education. And now that I'm outside of it, I feel very siloed from the rest of the world. And the only thing that I can really help that can help me feel this get out of this is the community that I'm building online and the communities that I'm a part of online. Because the most active communities that I've been a part of outside of school have been on the internet. And for me, I've been running away and rejecting this act of creating online, especially because I didn't want to be obsessed with social media accounts and I didn't want to be obsessed with likes and follows. But unfortunately, I think I have to bite the bullet and like go through the gates of the pain of posting and creating online because that's where everyone is and that's where I am too. So I shouldn't be mad at myself for wanting to create online because I only consume, not only consume, but I consume a lot of stuff online. And I shouldn't be mad at the people that are creating and trying to entertain me. Like I do want to give back and I do want to create and instead of just consuming online because I've been inspired and touched and I wouldn't be who I am today without a bunch of YouTubers, honestly. And like showing me new ways of seeing things and new ways of seeing the world. So yeah, that's just something I'm thinking about when it comes to finding joy in my creation. And even now, like I am practicing creating live and I'm practicing and creating every day. And I'm practicing and creating in my own words and creating my own ways of, communicating my ideas because I do have good ideas. And for myself, I do have good ideas for myself. And I'm finding myself also creating from a place of deciding that I do want to look back at things and I'm creating for myself. I'm saying the word creating a lot right now, but I want to look back at these videos and be inspired by my own words. Because if there is no difference between you and I, like the law of correspondence and hermetic principles state, the law of correspondence is as within, so without, as above, so below. I only really want to create in order to entertain and please myself so that I can go back and look at this catalog of work that I've done online. And it doesn't matter how many followers I have at the end of the day, because frankly, I was never really there for many people when they got started. It's people like you who are early innovators that watch these within the few days that I post these that are truly doing some really cool stuff right now. And you are an early innovator. Like when we look at product life cycle. And unfortunately, I do have to see a lot of the things I create in the form of a product life cycle because I am a product, especially online. Maybe not the word like as a human being, I'm not a product, but the thing you're consuming right now, which is the video that I'm creating, is a product. And it's a product line because I am on YouTube and posting a very specific brand and a specific way of doing stuff right now. This is a product. I am a product as you're consuming me right now. And you're an early innovator watching me right now because you're helping a product that you think has value and you think should be promoted to others, be promoted to others. But I am still creating and I'm still doing it outside. And I don't know, like, I just want to hear y'all's thoughts about creating outside of capitalism or like, can you even do that? Because I've even convinced myself by the end of this video that there's really no way to create outside of capitalism. Unfortunately. Whatever. I think that's my spiel for right now when it comes to creating outside of capitalism. Thank you guys so much for watching.